Hello YouTube and welcome to a very special day on South Mountain Creamery farm. Might look like any other ordinary day to you right now, but in a minute or two I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you may recall, if you watched any of the previous episodes, that I was talking about meeting up with the owner of the farm shop, up at the Acco shop, and have a little barbecue with him, and we did that. We had a really good party actually, and we got talking about how to perhaps share mutual interests. And one of the things we agreed on was to have a farm day, like a summer fair here right by the farm. So for the last couple of weeks we've actually been advertising on local radio and papers and everything like that. And as you can see, I've already opened up the shed here. It's still pretty early in the morning, so we're not quite kicked off, although there might already be a few folks around. So people will be able to come in and see a lot of the working farm. They'll be able to come in and see the cows and the sheep, and they'll be able to walk around the farm, and we have our staff on hand, and obviously we're hoping to do a pretty decent amount of trade. But as I mentioned, this also included the guy from the Acco dealership, and he basically agreed, just make sure I don't get run away, he basically agreed to do a bit of a showcase down here on the farm. So as you can see, here we have a special Viper edition of a Challenger with a nice big plow on. Now I wish I could say that this was all our machinery now, but it's not. It's just here for demo purposes. It looks like traffic's coming in, people are already coming to the event. Yeah, we got an open day up at the sheep. People can come and see and obviously buy stuff out of the shop. We make sure it's extra well stocked up here. But before it gets too busy, I thought I'll just take you guys around the showground here and enjoy seeing all the nice machinery that's come down. Looks like there's actually quite a few folks already coming here. That's great. Just pop in. Oh yeah, we got plenty of customers in the shop. It's great to see. So yeah, there's lots going on here already. Hello there. So we've got some really nice Challenger machines lined up here. Obviously this is great both for other farmers in the area to be able to come and see the kind of machinery that's on sale. And of course also, if you're a family and want to know about farming, get your kids to climb up in these nice big trackers. So there's quite a bit of machinery around. Now there is another little bonus to this as well. I mentioned that we don't have a combine harvester yet, and current financial situation really prevent us from buying any kind of decent machinery. We're doing okay, but we can't really borrow more money right now just to invest in this. So Phil from the machinery shop has basically agreed that we can demo one of these Fendt ones. Now obviously here's the 9490 with the really nice huge draper belt. But this one is brand spanking new and he don't really want demo hours on it. But over here we got one 6275. It's a standard rotary header, but basically he has agreed that for this year we can run demo hours on this one, and for $20,000 he's happy for us to use this to do the harvest on all 3 of the fields that we got. So we got 2 wheat fields over here behind the buildings, and then we got a oilseed rape field or canola field up on the other side of those trees there. And he is basically agreed that by setting this up and running this event, and we paid for some of the advertising, but that hasn't been too expensive, we'll be able to use this harvester for this year's harvest, which of course is a huge help for us at the same time. And as you can see, it's been a busy few days actually, just lining up a lot of really nice equipment here. And yeah, it's still early in the morning, but I fully expect that during the day here we are gonna see lots of people milling about. We have also set up a little pick your own fresh greens. So the first couple of greenhouses down here will have staff on, and people will be able to basically get a bag and they can simply pick tomatoes straight off the plants, nice and fresh, and have a little tour, hear a little bit about what we do here on the farm. So it's both a family day out, and it's good advertising both for the shop and for us. So we got muck spreaders, we got fertilizer and lime spreader here, nice big auger wagon. I wish we could afford something like this, but maybe one day we'd need more fuels to actually fill the whole thing. This might be something more along our streets, but we got an agroliner sitting down already. Here's a piece of machinery that I do want to get for our farm pretty soon, because we want to cut silage, and I reckon we'll be doing that from corn, quite likely, although we do have a couple of big grass fields as well. But something like this would be brilliant to get a lot put in the silage at the same time. They do have Massey Ferguson, but it's mainly Fenton Challenger we're seeing around here, but it is an AGCO company. And obviously they do bring in a few other machineries as well, just so that they can provide gear for all the farmers around here. So all in all, this is going to be a pretty exciting day here at the summer fair, and I hope you've enjoyed having sort of an early sneak peek of the various bits of machinery. I'm just going to pop in here and make sure that everything is ready for today. Yep, everything's looking fine. We're all set for the day. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to show you this morning. I still have a work schedule to stick to here on the farm, but I thought you would enjoy seeing our lineup here for the summer fair. Now this side of the farm is more or less still closed off for regular working, but people will be able to go down. I'll take you down to the other side here, where people will be able to come in and see our cattle and some of the pens we have here. Looks like we're doing brisk trade. There's already a good amount of cars parked up here. There's quite a few local farmers coming by as well. They obviously have an interest in machinery, and I think they're also curious to see how the new owner of South Mountain here is settling in. But yeah, people will be able to have a look at the cows and everything here. So this is all open down the side here, and like I said, we'll have some of our staff members on hand to explain a bit about the dairy operation and stuff. Howdy. Yeah, so I really hope people enjoy the day. It certainly looks like there's cars coming in. There's already people starting to mill around, even though it's early in the morning. So I think we're going to have a busy day ahead of us, and I hope our shop does some good trade as well. But for now, we can't quite escape the regular farm duties, so I'm just going to have to pop down and see how the cows are doing, have a quick check over, see how things are doing. There's a bit of spillage here we might have to clean up, and looks like there's still plenty of bedding down, and food wise it doesn't look too bad. I'll just check on the computer here as well. Okay, so we actually do need to get some hay stacked in, and they're starting to run a bit short on silage as well, so I'll get that sorted out just now. As you can see, I pushed the hay back a bit here, but we're pretty deep on hay. We got a good store. There is even more sitting up by the sheep. We'll have a look at that in a little while. But for now, let me just drop in some hay for the cows once I get a bagel spike on here. Kind of tried to stay on top of this so it wouldn't take too long today. Obviously we want to make sure that I'm free and able to help out up at the shop as well. So, but did I snag two there? No, there we go. Should be good. Just try and get this cut open and put down here with the rest of it. I think we'll probably do with one more, just to be on the safe side. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, that's plenty of getting grass. Just need to top up a little bit on silage as well. Shouldn't take too long. As you can see, we still have a decent amount of silage. That's basically why we put all of the summer cut to hay to begin with. We got enough silage to keep us going probably well into the autumn. And we'll be able to use one of the neighbouring bunkers to put down more grass for silage. We are growing corn on one of the fields, and depending on how that grows, I might chop it aside. I might have to lease a forage harvester to do that. Alternatively, we'll actually harvest the corn and probably sell it to the ethanol plant or something like that instead. That is a little bit learning how good the yields are on the grass and the different fields around here. Obviously, this is the first year we're running the farm in earnest, so we'll have to wait and see. There we go. That is enough of the silage as well. This JCB is starting to look a bit worse for wear. We'll have to get it over and cleaned up a bit and serviced at some point, but it's running fine and stable just now. There's one more thing I just want to do, and this is actually part of our kind of summer fare. We do use the manure from the cows over in the greenhouses, so one of the things we might actually do during the day, so people can see a bit of what goes on at a working farm, is simply to bring over some of the manure and get it loaded up to the compost boxes for the greenhouses, so people understand a little bit about how the circle of everything is going on here. But starting to rain. Well, that's not exactly what we wanted for the summer fair, but I reckon we'll be okay. Although it does look like the clouds are covering pretty extensively, but I reckon it'll clear up again. Looks like there's still folks over on the other side there. Doesn't look to have deterred them too much. There is room in the shops, and actually what I might do is I'll go over and I'll open the door behind the Challenger's tractors there, because we've got a big shed there, and what we'll do is we'll simply clear some space in there. I can pull the truck out so that there is somewhere where people can have a drink, eat their lunches and stuff like that. Our farm shop is doing a special on packed lunches for this event, and that should be good. So yeah, let's just get this thing parked up, and we'll head over and get that shed cleared out actually, so there's some dry space for visitors as well. We'll open up these gates so that people can walk up in between the Challenger tractors here. Now there's a lot of hay in here, but I don't reckon that's going to be too big an issue. As you can see, we have a fair amount stacked in here as well, but if I just go over and open this up, I can pull the truck and our forage wagon out, and that'll create some space for the visitors as well. I don't think they suffer too much from sitting out for one day. Here we go. It's actually been a while since I started this thing up, so it still seems to be running fine, no problem there. So we got a hitch on this thing, so we can pull the forage wagon out. Actually, we can just pull it up on the other side of the road, and then it looks like it's It's part of the machinery exhibit. Most people probably won't wonder too much about it. Let's see if I can get this hooked up. There we go. So I'll put the forage wagon up here. It's on a little bit of a slope. Just level it off here. There we go. If we hook that off, park it there, then it's a fine addition to the summer fair here. Which hopefully will be a summer fair if that rain will stop at some point. But for now, let's just move the truck over the back of the shed here. And just kind of reverse it up. Kind of cover up a little bit of our bins and things here, make things look nicer. Like that. Good. So I think I'll leave the doors open so that people can walk in and out in both directions, but that gives quite a bit of space. So just pop in here and just head over, get the sheep cleaned up. Bit careful driving in between all of this expensive machinery. I'm obviously not used to that and really don't want to damage any of it. It's not too bad. Yeah, we got a bit of wool sitting here as well. Haven't sold any yet, but spoke to Abel Nelson. He's coming down for the summer fair as well, and he seems pretty relaxed about it. He doesn't seem to be sort of desperate for it to be sold straight away. Let it grow, pile up a little bit, and then make sure we get it all down to the spinnery. Okay, so that's the shed nice and clear. So nothing sticky. Now I actually just leave the tractor sitting here. Sure we put the spikes down so nobody injures themselves on it, but yeah, we're almost ready for an open house, so I thought you'd appreciate seeing the tour around it, and I gotta head down to the shop now to help out, because we're already starting to get customers, and especially when it rains, I suspect people will come in and buy some warm drinks. So thank you very much for today. Happy summer fair on South Mountain Creamery Farm in the rain. Thank you very much from Overcord Gaming, and see you again soon.